Guys, so what are the top stocks that you requested via social media? What's our style? What's our narrative for the week? Check this video out, and I hope this video helps you trade the markets with confidence, because you can win, because the stock market is not as hard as what most people think it is. So check this out. Before I begin the video, I'd like to invite you to Icon 2019. It's the largest conference in the country, featuring different speakers from different avenues: real estate, macroeconomy, stock investing, entrepreneurship, with the goal to help you, with the goal to teach you and educate you that wherever you are in life, you can use what you have to make money and reach your goals of financial freedom. So enjoy this video. Guys, so let's talk about the markets. Here's the first stock that I want to talk about. By the way, before that, um, here's what's nice about technical stock. I've been in Dubai for the past week or so, but in spite of that, I still get to trade. I still get to analyze the stocks that I want, because you know what? Technical analysis allows you to buy and sell, not about following and chasing news. It's all about basically buying and selling based on what the charts are telling you. And that's what we're doing here. You get to analyze, you get to buy and sell, not with you just chasing whatever news or hyper speculation that's there, but you basing everything that you need to know from what the technicals are telling you. Now, let's look at Vistaland and STR. These are all manipulator stocks that have been pushing up, that have pushed up over the past week, especially STR. The STR has been amazing the past few days, but let's see what the charts are telling us and how you're supposed to react and actually buy and sell the stock. Now, for Vistaland, just to give you context of Vistaland, over the past few movements of the stock, you'll see it right here that Vistaland has, from a position trading standpoint, it's still relatively in an uptrend, still bullish. If you're a position trader, no sell signal, you don't need to do anything yet as of this point in time. But if you're a quick trader, you'll notice that over the past week or so, Vistaland has started to consolidate, has started to hit a certain area where it's sideways. Now, for the short term, it's been moving from 7.2 to 7.6. It's been consolidating. If it fails to hold 7.2, it can go to around 6.6 pesos per share for the short term. But if it bounces off 7.2 this week, it could probably go to 7.5 to 7.6, also around this period of time. The next stock that I'd like to mention, I mentioned it that we'll look at VDR stocks. Let's look at STR. STR, from the depths of 3.8, look at this area over here. It started still to bounce, and as it started to bounce, it continued its movement upward. Now, it continued in a movement it looks like an uptrend. As it continued in a movement that resembled an uptrend, it's been up 77% from that point in time at the bounce from 3.3. Now, as it continued to move in its uptrend, the resistance at 6.97 pesos per share. Why am I saying this to all of you? A couple of things. Number one, if it fails to break out of 6.9, fails to break out of 7, you are a quick trader, it's okay to sell. If it fails to break out of 6.9, 7, you are a position trader. That means the stock is not actually reversing into an uptrend, meaning it's okay to sell, it's okay to take profits, it's okay to use whatever you have to sell at that particular point in time. So everything hinges this week for stock STR at the 7 peso level. Why? Because if it fails to break out of 7, you are a position trader, you are a quick trader, sell, take profits, and just maximize your gains. Next, let's look at Ayala Land. Ayala Land, I've mentioned this also that I want to mention Ayala Land, GT Capital, along with BDO. Now, these stocks are also Jollibee. You can add that to the mix. These four stocks have moved up. As they started to move up, a few months ago, the upward medium-term movement of those stocks have been broken. Meaning, if you own either GT Cap, BDO, Ayala Land, or JFC, you should have sold when it failed to break out from the resistance level, or you should have sold also when the upward movement has been broken. All of them have hit levels of consolidation. But as they hit levels of consolidation, let's see how the charts are moving. Now, look at Ayala Land. This is the upward projection that I've been saying here. As the stock started to move up, it failed to break out of the 45 peso resistance level, meaning failure to break out of that 45 peso level should have been a sell signal already. That's one sell signal. Number two is what happened last Friday. It broke out of the upward movement. That's another sell signal for you. Now, this is where we are. Because the stock has started to consolidate, oh, let me fix the chart first. The stock started to consolidate. Look at this. As it started to consolidate, you have a support at around 43 pesos per share. Now, should it bounce? Should it bounce this week? The movement could bring it back to 45 pesos, and we'll see if the consolidation pattern will continue to progress. But if it fails to hold, the stock could most likely go down to the next support at around either 41 or to as low as 40.5 for the short term. So watch out for this week. Bounce from 42, 43, 42.9, 43 will bring it back to 45 levels. Failure to hold 43, it will bring it to around 40.8 to as low. You can bring it to as low as 41 to 40.8 pesos per share. So that's for Yalaland. Now, Jollibee is the same. Look at this. If you're looking at Jollibee right now, look. Same upward movement, same upward progression. It started late last year. Same upward progression also that it started to consolidate. The resistance for Jollibee is at 3 to 5. Jollibee is having a hard time every time it hit 3 to 5. So if you watch the previous videos that I created, there should have been a sell signal for you at 3 to 5 for Jollibee. Now, Jollibee is at the support. But by the way, for those who follow this upward movement, follow this upward trend, this area should have been a sell signal already for you. So you should have been out for Jollibee if you follow that upward movement. Now, if you want to trade this range, you want to buy, sell, and be a quick trader, watch out for 306. No? If Jollibee bounces from 306, it will most likely go back to around 325. This is a 6% gain. But if it fails to hold 306, Jollibee could retrace back to the 90 to 91 levels for the short term. Next stock that I'd like to mention is BDO. If you look at BDO, same thing. The upward movement, let me zoom out a bit so you have context on the stock as well. The upward movement is done. The thing about that is it failed to hold this support range at around 127 pesos per share. Now, it's not just that the uptrend is done. It's not just the uptrend is over. It's also that it failed to hold the as a very, very significant support level at 127. Now, what should you watch out for if you are trading BDO? Watch out for the 122 level. Why? Because of the breakdown from the 127 level, it could most likely go to 122. If it fails to hold 122, BDO can go back to 113 as a retracement pattern, as a retracement level. But should it bounce the 122 level, I think it could challenge and push up. It could go to as high as 134, or at least go and challenge the 127 level for short term. So those are things that are interesting to watch out for if you are trading or watching or analyzing BDO as a stock as well. Now, let's look at GT Capital. GT Capital, again, same progression, guys. GT Capital moved November last year, went up from 698 to around 1130. But because of that, it failed to break out of the 1130 resistance. Now, if you look at it, it's now back at the support at around 950 pesos per share. So what you need to analyze now for GT Capital is this. If it fails to hold, if it bounces first, number one, if it bounces from 950, buy. I believe it will continue and it will push back and it will progress and go to the 1128, 1130 level. But if it fails to hold the 915 level, there's a big narrative, there's a big chance that it could fall to around 860 pesos per share for the short term. Now, some stocks that have dropped and haven't really reversed yet. Let's look at CHP. Look at this. CHP, the sell signal for it was a few weeks ago at 2.68, 2.7 pesos per share. Why? Because it failed to break the resistance there, and you have a strong moving average also preventing the stock from moving up. This should have been a sell signal. Number one, CHP still hasn't really reversed. Because of it failing to break out of that resistance, you better make sure that you should be out of the stock because of that failure to break from 2.6, 2.7 resistance level. The stock is still in a downtrend. You are a position trader, stay away. If you are a quick trader, stay away also because it failed to break the resistance. Now, from a shorter term perspective, this is what I want to note. There's a support at around 2.1. There's a resistance at around 2.6, 2.7 pesos per share. So what should be your trading plan. If CHP will continue its retracement downward and hit again the 2.17, 2.15 levels support, buy at those areas, set your target price at 2.68, 2.7. But if it fails to hold that level, CHP could even go lower. It could go to as low as 1.8 and to the lowest point of 1.6 pesos per share. Another pattern, another stock that would look like that is ABS-CBN. If you notice ABS-CBN, it failed to break. It went up. It went above the 200-day moving average. Let me show you this. There, it was in a downtrend. It tried to make a push. It tried to reverse, but the reversal was kind of false. Why? As it started to move up, selling prevailed. That's why you need to know what's nice about technical analysis. Listen, if the trade does not go in your direction, you better sell. If the trade does not go in your direction, even if you are at a disadvantage, even if you are at a loss, you need to take profits or you need to cut loss and just sell, sell, sell. So that's what happened for ABS-CBN. The 23.2 level failed to hold its ground. As it failed to hold its ground, it should have been a sell signal for you. And now it retraced to a support of 21.3. Now, it's at the cusp again of the support. Why? Watch out for the 21.3 level. Why? If it fails to hold the 21.3 level, it could probably go down to 19.3, which is somewhat scary for the stock because it's bearish. So, my recommendation, you are a position trader, because the trend is still down, avoid, do not buy. If you're a quick trader, if it bounces from 21.3, buy and set your target price to the next resistance of 23.2. But if 21.3 does not hold, it could retrace and you should avoid the stock as of this point in time. Another stock that has dropped, the BPI has, BDO, we all know is bearish already, but BPI, similar to BDO, is also bearish. Now, look at this. It tried to hold for a few weeks above the strong support, but just last Feb 15, 18, it already turned bearish with all of the price and momentum oscillators just confirming that it's bearish. So, recommendation BPI, quick trader, avoid. Recommendation BPI, position trader, avoid as of this point in time. It doesn't mean that BPI is not a good company. It's a good company. It's just that the charts are not telling us yet to come in as of this point in time. So, I've had two banks ready for this video. I want to add our HI as well. Our HI is, as you all know, a consumption stock. Again, it's similar to how GT Cap, JFC, BDO, and all of the stocks that have moved up late last year but have started to consolidate. So you are the person who wanted to buy Robinson's retail holdings from its movement up. You should have sold already. Why? Because the uptrend is over. It's consolidating with a support and resistance level of support of 84.7 and a resistance of 89.75 pesos per share for the short term. So now, if you are the person trading that upward movement, you should be out already. If you are a person buying at support, selling at resistance, your goal now is to buy as close as you can to 84.7 and set your target price to 89.75. Disregard this analysis if 84.7 does not hold. So there. I guess that's it. We're about to close the line, so I just had dinner here in the plane. Just gonna wait until I land, and I'll probably make another video at that point in time. No, so as they close the lights, I'll end this stocks by request session already. But I just wanted to show you guys that no matter how busy I am, trading the markets is not as hard because it only takes a few minutes. Think about this. It took me around. This video will probably be more than 10 minutes, but me analyzing 10 stocks took us more than just less than 10 minutes, meaning 1 minute per stock. That's why no matter how busy you are, you can trade the markets. And for me, the arbitrage for me is that I'm trading different time zones. Because of my schedules, because of me moving in and out, flying in and out also, the times that I've been monitoring the markets are all different, but it still is possible. You can still do it. You can still win. You can still trade the markets because that's what technical analysis can do for you. You do not have to speculate and guess because everything you need to know is found in the charts. And the reason why I want to do videos like this is to show all of you that it can be done, that you can win, that you can trade, that you can possibly buy and sell the stocks no matter how busy you are. So if you are an entrepreneur, you are an employee, you are a student, but you really have a dream that your goal is to be financially free, guess what? You can be financially free and it can be done by the stock market. And it doesn't take a lot of time, it doesn't take a lot of effort, but it takes a lot of dedication for you to study, while you're trying to build that craft, while you're trying to build your skill, that you do it right now. Don't waste your time. Time is very very important. Time, money moves over time. So if you delay, that opportunity will be lost, and I don't want that to happen to you. So that's it. I'll be landing in Manila in a few hours. I'll be editing while the plane is in transit back to Manila, and hopefully this will be up. I guess 9 or 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Later on in Philippine time. So I guess that's it. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart, teaching you how to trade from any portion of the world. God bless you all and have a great day ahead.